This is Sutton Place Park. And this is not an official Little Free Library, not that that matters. I'm not going to do my page 181 thing. Somebody made fun of me for it. I just walked the full length of the Queensboro Bridge, Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge, and from up there, I noticed this walkway that I don't think I've ever been up here. This is the East River Esplanade, and I think I have been on this walkway further up. I used to live up on East 78th Street, and I think this walkway continues all the way up to there and beyond. That's the United Nations building, and off in the distance is the World Trade Center. Well, I'm not going to go over there because there's a dude sitting right next to it, but this walkway has what the Queensboro still does not on the pedestrian side, and that is a phone, an emergency phone. And it also has this, I've never seen this before. Oh, an emergency life ring. I have seen something like this before. Just when I saw call 911, I thought this was going to be some kind of phone, but it's not. And just as I was naively thinking while I was up there on the Queensboro, I was naively thinking how peaceful it was without having to worry about bikes and scooters. And then what do you know? A fucking scooter comes racing by. Might have been going 40 miles an hour. They also have, you'll also find DOT vehicles, Department of Transportation. Wow, ooh, that's hot. The railing is hot as hell. Standing here is making me nervous. It was way further up on this walkway. I mean, I'm assuming this continues all the way up the east side. And I think I made a video about it before, but it would have been a long time ago now. About the night I almost killed myself. And I'm not even joking. I still get... Sometimes I sort of snap out of a reverie with a memory of that night and just how close I came. Also I guess that's referring to this. Embossed concrete pathways. Okay. Yeah, this has to be new and modern if it was actually designed with separation of bike and pedestrian paths. I'm not gonna lie, being this close to a fence that isn't very high and that leads down to something. Oh, never mind. Most people probably don't think of Manhattan as being particularly verdant. But there is a lot of greenery to be found. It's interesting, this spiral staircase. Yesterday I encountered, rather unexpectedly, an elevator that rides diagonally. And it reminded me that, I think I read once that in the Bloomberg building, or in one of them, we're supposed to be the only circular escalator on the East Coast, is what somebody told me a long time ago. yes, I've learned from experience. You don't mess around with these things unless you really absolutely need to. I once summoned the full force of the NYPD by simply opening and closing the door on one of those phones or phone cabinets. So this is where I used to live. This was my 1, 2, 3, 4. This was my 5th apartment. 509 East 78th. I believe it was number 2G. I know it was the 2nd floor. I liked this place. I was sad to leave it, and I used to regret it, but I don't care anymore. I got the place kind of by fluke. I went in, the leasing office is right here, so I didn't have to pay a fee. What they didn't tell me was that the building and this whole block, actually, of old apartment buildings, this was all slated for demolition, as they were going to build a bunch of high-rises. And that's why the building, as I remember thinking, this is weirdly empty for an Upper East Side building. It looked like people were even moving out while I was moving in. So nobody told me about that. I don't know how long it was before I heard about it. So that's, I think that explains why I got it so easily. Like, I just walked in and walked out with the keys. But it was rescued. It was all these buildings were declared a landmark. I forget what the whole reasoning behind that was, but they were landmarked and you can't tear them down now. But I did like this place. The apartment was very small, but it worked. Something I discovered recently was if you've ever, moved out of an apartment, it's probably been re-rented, and the photos of it are probably online, because I discovered new photos of my old apartment in this building online. It's been a couple of years now. It's probably still up there. And it was obvious, clearly my apartment with which they had renovated a couple of spots, but it was a little weird, to see that stuff on the public internet. But that's what's become of it. And this is a nice block, nice neighborhood, but I never really cared much for the Upper East Side all around. And there was that's the path to the walkway. Oh, what do you know? It's another free library that doesn't look like it's part of the little free library program. Fugitive 6, Legacy Chronicles. A bunch of lore books. I don't know anything about these.